everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. Today here with Neil, our Chief Marketing Officer, and today the big deal, our Director of Training. Here I'm gonna talk to you about why we use stuff like the Range Tech and, not in a Range Tech video, but about using a visual indicator in order to get our go signal when it's time to draw our firearm. Today's video is brought to you by the generosity of Newbold targets. Newbold targets are self-sealing, reactive polymer targets that act like steel targets for training and practice, but are safer than steel. They allow bullets to pass completely through the target without ricochet or lead splatter. Check out their links in the description and thank them for bringing us today's video. So I think on the range all the time we get this. We get shooter ready, stand by. We get that beep, right? And we're totally used to that. That's the way we're used to doing things. And I think that is it's a range thing, right?
Yep.
And why do we got to do that?
Just because it's loud, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we need an indicator to start.
We need a go signal, right? And of course, if Neil is the shooter, right, and he's shooter ready,
and I'm standing
and
like
so just face downrange that way, right? So downrange is that way, and I'm standing over here, and I go shooter ready. That's a little dangerous, right? That's not exactly what you want to do. So what do we tend to do? We tend to go, oh, okay, shooter ready, and I stand back behind him here and go beep, so then that way he knows to go, and I'm not in his way when the pew-pews start.
Yeah.
It's an artificiality of the range.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a necessary artificiality of the range. Mm-hmm. Problem with this, as I noted this at Gabe White's class, is that we had a student there who was very hard of hearing, Samuel, who just could not hear. I mean, bottom line was, and I know, some folks are like, okay, so I get a louder timer, you know what I mean? So I could turn the volume way up. He couldn't hear it, man. There's just no way. And when it was only him shooting, so it was on the range, on the timer, all those things. Now, Gabe, I think, did a pretty good job of accommodating that.
He really did.
But I think one of the things that we can do is we can do things like visual indices that give us an ability to do that. And I think even if we're not hard of hearing, they can be very valuable.
It's great training. So this takes me back to this year. I took a class with John Murphy, his Street Encounters, and we did some stuff where he shined lasers as our go signal onto the target. So he was able to stand behind us and over our shoulder, and a visual indicator was a completely different go signal than what we're used to. And it really, it changes your mind and how you're thinking about things. This is a great way for us to do this at home.
So one of the things that you can see is I'm going to show you here. I love this idea. So watch when I hit the go button and a couple seconds later it goes. See the big flash? That big flash says to me, go, right? And that's on purpose from the guys that own Range Tech. Now, I can use this here. Now, this particular one with the Range Tech timer does not have a flash on this. If you're using the Mantis, when you get a go signal, the screen goes, go! And so you can actually grab something like this. I bought this tripod on Amazon for like 20 bucks or something like that. And the iPad adapter for it too. But I can set this out here like this and get a go signal and go. Now, of course, on this guy right here, I don't have a thing to hang it, but I've jerry-rigged something. So check it. What I do here is I give Neil this, and you can set this up, with however much kind of delay that you want, however many repetitions you want. It's one of the things I really like about the Range Tech timer, quite frankly, is then I just hang this, right? So I hang it off this guy, and now what you can see here, if I turn it around so that you can see it, is I've got this hung like that. Okay, now here in my dry fire, I can actually use this as a target. I can leave it close, like I'll put it here for you. Let's see if I can set it down where it stays on camera. And then I can move me back to a place where that's about like an A zone. Now I'm gonna be real, it's a little bit low for an A zone for me right now, but I don't really care. And what I can really think about here is verifying.
That is an unloaded gun.
Yeah, an unloaded gun, okay? Now, when I'm working draws to first shot, I can be keyed in and say, oh, okay, wait a minute, can I see my flash? And the flash is my go signal.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Stand by.
Woo, that was spicy.
I know.
What'd you set the part time at? Or you did it twice,
I just hit the button twice.
You hit the button twice. I was like, what just happened? I was like,
so the button, on mine, when I hit it, the button shows that I hit it. I'm like, oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah.
So,
we can set a part time too, right? So you can set a second beep as a part time at whatever you're working at right now.
Yep,
but I'm using the flash. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but I'm seeing the flash. Let's see it again.
All right, stand by.
So here's another interesting way that you can use a visual indicator. Is what I have here is I have that same iPad, and it's actually queued up to an ASP video. And that video is one about compliance. So when we're talking about then when do I get my gun in the fight, remember we talk about a 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 draw to first shot. When would we do that? So I'm using this video right now on my iPad and again, a dry gun to then say, when would I draw my firearm and go to work? So we're recording. I'm gonna let you watch it. And when I think a counter ambush is doable for me, I'm gonna draw because it's a visual indicator. Hey man, no any problems. I don't want any problems, bro. Okay, man, I don't want any problems. I'm good. Had that first opportunity. Okay, man, no problem. Okay, man, no problem. Notice he's paying attention to me. There's nothing I can do here. I'm just gonna have to wait, comply, pay attention, wait for my opportunity here. I've already had two. Still no opportunity here that I can see. Got him there. Oh, there's another one. Got him there. So one of the things that you can see there is you can see I can actually use real life indicators. Now, of course, you're in a third person view, not a first person view. So it's not 100%, but that can give you some stuff as well. So why is this important? Again, as Neil said earlier, it's because when we go, the real gunfight is gonna go with a visual indicator, not with an audible one almost ever. So sometimes practicing with a visual indicator, super helpful.